we have to compete at the highest level. You don't leave any stone unturned. You put everything you have into getting that edge. That's being a competitor.
Sammy, release the boys!
Max Domi, Toronto Maple Leafs, take one.
Good. How are you? It's sour? Yeah.
That looks good, right?
You gotta take one. Good.
I gotta pick one of these?
Yeah.
Why do I like the misfires?
I mean, that was just a day of a camera in my face the entire time and just questions being blurted at me from everywhere. But it was a fun day. It was nice to be around the guys, and it was pretty cool to see some of the shots from behind the scenes.
What is that? Roach.
What time did you start?
How's your morning?
Good.
Good.
Yeah.
Having fun?
Just getting started, so
Oh, are you?
fresh right now. We're good. By the way, guys, this is my first time reading without teeth, so just bear with me. Marketing day or media day, whatever you want to call it, is, I guess, really the launch of the season. If there's one team that I haven't played for that I know guys pretty well, it'd be Toronto. So I know them all pretty well. Hey, buddy. What's going on?
Did you get a chance to play the quarter game?
Yeah, not even close.
There's air roll across the tables to try to land in the court.
That seems like a hard game. Like roll it like this way?
Yeah, some people do underhand.
Maybe
Okay,
I
go.
know. You get the
Okay, now
feeling
we'll
of
go two
it,
each.
and then you want to like.
Go two, I'll go two.
Oh,
That's a side kick.
dude, have you tried this? You want to feel what an addiction's like? We're trying to get this thing over for 17 minutes.
I'm leading the way like I know where I'm going. Hey, what's up, guys? How we doing? Good to see you, man. What's up? Not much I could do, man. Unfortunately, genes. It is what it is. What you see is what you get.
Yeah. Okay, ready?
I think that might have actually been the first time I put on like an actual Toronto Maple Leafs jersey since I was a kid. There she is. What's going on? First time here playing as a Leaf, but it's pretty much the same across the league. Come in, do lots of interviews, pictures, videos, and then you throw in your gear and do a bunch of like promo stuff on the ice. Ready? Let's do it. This would be my first time in the full gear. Feels good. Feels really good. It's a long day, but it's fun for everyone and gets used for the whole year. What's up, guys? Good, how are you?
Great.
Set up, bro. Wow, this is sick.
Oh yeah. Those steps right there. Just standing behind this jump. Yeah. Ready? Standing by. Here we go. Roll camera.
Cut.
Morning, guys. Just really quickly, just want to just go through it just so we're clear exactly what's going to happen when we get on the ice, get out there. I expect this is a sprint. This is not a pace yourself. This is not I got 5 seconds. This is give us everything that you have on each of your reps. Okay? That's what it's about for me. It's not about the guy that has the most, that maintains the best time or anything like that. 1 set to 5. I want to see that.
guess the three things that you're really looking for in training camp is number one, the work rate, really getting back into an NHL practice, an NHL pace, an NHL workload. Two is just structure of your team and putting all those foundational things in place of how you want to play. And then ultimately three is getting your group together. We have a lot of players here that were at camp, and there's a lot of players we want to take a look at. So you're trying to move through as quickly as you can and get down to your group as soon as you can.
Slide forward's going to come through here. If I move it this way, I might send it forward above through there. He can easily track the puck. Okay? Everybody's down here.
You build your roster in the summer. During training camp, you start to build your team. It doesn't happen overnight. We're fortunate enough this year to have a number of people pushing, and I think have shown very well at making for some difficult decisions, and that's what you want. You know, at the end of the day, you want to have enough people knocking at the door so it's more difficult to get down to your final roster.
Wasn't expecting that many kids to be here that early in the morning, and it's kind of exciting that they were so happy to be here, so present, and yeah, couldn't ask for a better welcome to this community.
I've played a couple craft hockeyville games. It's always unique because you're playing in a much smaller barn, and it's a little bit of a different field than what we're used to of playing in the NHL and in the big rinks we play in. But it's so intimate, and it's really cool. And honestly, for me, the fact that it was in St. Thomas, which is right next to London, was spectacular and really nostalgic for me, just because I spent a lot of time in that city. Arguably the 4 best years of my life were during my 4-year tenure in London playing for the Knights. Obviously lots of success on the ice and lots of great friendships that'll last a lifetime.
2 communities celebrating in St. Thomas, Ontario with the preseason game, and of course West Lorne, Ontario, the winners of the 2023 Craft Hockeyville Championship.
Look for the speed, break out. We don't like it. We set up for the up and back. Okay, yeah. All right. Take off hard.
It takes you back sort of your roots. You play in the rink that we all grew up playing in, to see the number of young people there, the smiles on their faces. It does bring you back to how fortunate you are to be involved in this league at this level.
Final score for tonight's game. Royal Maple Leafs 12, Buffalo Sabres 2.
I've worn that jersey 1,000 times in my life. When I was a kid, never really thought like, oh, I'm gonna wear this as like my job. Thanks, buddy. I'll go one.
You're going to retain the puck, okay? Want to be smart, want to be intelligent with it, want to have good effort all the way through.
Yeah, baby. Never felt what I felt in that first game, lining up in a preseason game with that jersey on. I remember looking down and I was just like, I almost like froze for a second, because it's so surreal, and it's such a privilege and an honor to wear that jersey. And there's so many unbelievable memories in my childhood and my life that it was just like, this is so cool.
Here's Nylander, score!
Max is a competitor, and he brings, I think, a real excitement, a real joy, a real passion to play in Toronto. This is home for Max.
Toronto is 100% home. I've been coming back here since I turned pro. So I'm always back in the city for the entire off season. It's crazy though, every time I come back, it seems like there's more people, more traffic, more buildings popping up. Nice, this is the park I was talking about. Most of my memories as a kid with my pops and going around the rink were primarily at the Air Canada Centre, now the Scotiabank Arena. One of the coolest things that I ever experienced was probably going for morning skate and actually putting my gear on and going out to skate by myself. That's where I really fell in love with the dream of playing the NHL, because I'll never forget the sound of getting a bucket of pucks. I was like four years old, and dumping the bucket of pucks on the ice. It was a clean sheet. Seeing all the pucks kind of go on the ice and looking around in 20,000 empty seats And all you could think about is like, wow, could you imagine playing in this rink when it's full of people? Just everything about this whole experience is like my childhood, and it's coming full circle, which is really, really cool. I mean, I'm super excited and happy about it and thrilled, actually. It's just very weird. Once you get to a certain point in your career, you realize that it goes quick and there's only so much time to win. And that definitely weighs into your choice is of picking where you're gonna play, because you wanna go somewhere where you have a chance to win and be a part of that. And out of all the choices that I had, you look at this team and I mean, I'd put them up against anyone.
With the new blood being injected to the lineup, there may be some added excitement as they begin their 82-game journey, and there's been no bigger surprise throughout training camp than 19-year-old Fraser Minton cracking the opening night lineup.
It's a bunch of guys we sent down to the Marlies that have played for us and can play for us and surely will play for us at different times. It wasn't just, you know, that it's this young kid, hey, let's give him an opportunity. We felt that he was ahead of the pack.
Happy to get the opportunity to go out there tonight and play a meaningful game.
I think every home opener is exciting, but this one will hit a little different.
Hockey's huge in Toronto, so I can imagine that everyone's going to be on their feet for it, and I think everyone's just, you know, itching for the season to start.
Opening night's always a big deal and really special. It's obviously a big day for everyone, for the league, for our team, and it's always a lot like Christmas.
Everybody's looking forward to that first game. Toronto-Montreal at any time's a special game.
You know, my first home game as a Leaf, season opener against the Habs. It's gonna be crazy, it's gonna be awesome, a lot of emotions.
I think it's great for our fans. I think it's great for all the followers to be excited. I know our players will be, but we have to make sure we're putting that emotion in the right spots and directing it in the right way.
Here's Klingberg to Willie.
This is kind of what I've been dreaming of my whole life is to have the opportunity to play for this team and to win with this team. So it starts with game one, and where else would you rather be than a home opener against Montreal Canadiens?
Shot scores! Austin Matthews! Holy mackerel! 3 goals, he's tied the game!
I found a way to get the second point. Found a way to get the second point, an adventure to get there. I think the fact that we leave here with the 2 points will allow us to really look at the game and what happened and where we can get better, but also celebrate the things that we did well.
One of the best in the world goes beast mode. We love seeing that.
Way to start the season, boys. Let's get to work.
It's a roster that I think is deep, I think is talented. You know, being around this group of players now for the last couple of weeks, they're excited about the group, and that makes me excited.